I'm just saying, Deuce, you gotta hype this up because this is your debut, man. Looking all spiffy.
We made it, baby. We
I
made it.
know he finally made it. I'm gonna be full disclosure. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like I was gonna have you on for the Knicks slander episode at some point. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, no. If we had like completely bombed free agency or something, it would have been fun.
The Knicks did fine. Like
it was boring, dude. That's the thing. It was boring. Like it wouldn't have been entertaining.
Knicks did like an above-average job retooling their roster. I'm gonna be
I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like I didn't get mad about it because I was like, they actually did something you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was boring. It was fine. Like we're still gonna be bad, but it was fine. Like it was the right things to do.
I was like, okay. I mean, they're doing the right thing. They're like a terrible team, and you're getting not so good players because you're tanking. So like, might as well, you know.
I mean, it is what it is. Like at this point, just develop what you have and freaking go crazy next year.
I mean, okay, realistically, before we officially start this episode, whenever we do, like, who do you realistically think you can get someone big? I'm not even trying to slander
the Knicks.
Not in free agency. Like, we would have to act like the hope is that we actually, develop the young guys to a point where we're like decent, I guess, and then you go after free agents.
Knicks
so I'm talking
need
like 3 years down the road or some shit.
Knicks have RJ Barrett, they have Obi Toppin. Like the Knicks are gonna be not gonna be great, but they're gonna be fine. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're gonna like be a perennial playoff contender like like the Spurs for most of the NBA, but like they'll be fine. They need a shooting point guard is what they need.
They should have drafted like Tyrese Halliburton or something.
I think Obi, because they released their small army of power forwards, so I don't think it's so bad.
Okay. All right.
Like, Obi Toppin's gonna do fine because Obi Toppin can shoot is the thing. He can't play defense, but he can shoot.
No, here's the thing with that. Like, if he's athletic, and when you're coached by Tom Thibodeau, you're gonna play defense. Like they're gonna make his ass play defense. He's not gonna get away with not playing.
I forgot that Tibbs coached the.
Like that's the one thing he's good for. So.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
he'll learn.
Anyway, before we keep slandering or maybe kind of praising the Knicks, surprisingly I allowed that as a Nets homer. we're gonna start this episode. As you guys are, our 10 viewers or 12 viewers so far, welcome to Nephew Hours. I'm your host, Migi. Joining me today is Dan, right next to me. Jonah in the top corner. I don't know where to point. And welcome to his first ever episode and his debut. It's Deuce. What is going on, my guy? Welcome to the club. How you doing?
Double Deuce, representing Fort Greene, Brooklyn. I'm just here to represent.
Brooklyn, he's not even gonna be a Nets fan. The fuck?
Sorry, bro. You know what it is? They moved in like 2 years ago, so that's why.
Bro, come on. They're the better team now too.
Here's the thing, though. If nothing else changes, he can become a Nets fan later, and it won't be bandwagoning.
That is true, though.
If you live in the city, it doesn't count as bandwagoning.
Okay.
Never happening.
In 5 years down the line, after the Nets win 2 or 3 championships, we'll remember this moment in history.
Okay, dude.
Kyrie's gonna drop.
Kyrie finals
gonna come
MVP.
on. KD is gonna drop like 50 in a wheelchair in the finals.
Yeah, can't wait to go to that socially distanced parade, dude. I can't wait.
I will be full disclosure. And I said, I was talking to my girlfriend about this, but if the Nets do somehow win the finals this year and there's a parade, I will go gladly fly over to Brooklyn and join the parade.
If they win it this year, I'll get decked out in full Nets gear and I'll be in that damn parade.
Someone clip that. Someone clip this. Someone clip this.
I'm gonna get my Nets hazmat suit and my Nets.
Someone clip that if the Nets win, Deuce will himself will go to Brooklyn, the Brooklyn parade. He will obviously meet up
I'll
with me.
buy a bunch of merch too. Like I'm not just going.
Do it. Okay,
Thought you guys-
please.
Like,
Hey, you guys thought you could go live without me?
Hi.
yeah, what's good?
What up, J?
What up, J-Lo?
You guys thought you could go live without me?
Oh my gosh. Okay, we got the whole squad. But
It's a podcast, boys. It's a podcast.
But anyway, so now that we're all here, we're kind of gonna dive into, and we're done memeing, sorta. We're gonna dive into this here. We got a lot to talk about, and by a lot, mainly just two topics here. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is, and we're gonna meme about it, is freaking James Harden. Okay. Kind of run down for everybody that doesn't know or hasn't been updated. We all know that James Harden wanted out. He first wanted to go to Brooklyn, but now Tim McMahon and Woj now say that he's just down to go anywhere that's a contender, and he'll say he'll agree to it if it's a reasonable deal. But to go even deeper on this, when it comes to him wanting out, apparently this was reported by Jeff Zilgate of the USA Today. James Harden wanted out after Steven Silas, the new head coach, was hired, which is very awkward because literally it was reported that Harden and Westbrook gave the blessing to hire Silas in the first place. So I don't know if this report is bullcrap or if, again, the Rockets are like trying to, twist it into their own advantage for the narrative. But to keep going on to what Harden's been doing the past couple of weeks, he was partying in Atlanta for Lil Baby's birthday. He gave him $100,000 as a birthday gift. Obviously partying in a strip club.
Hey, Mr. Harden, it's my birthday.
I want $100,000. That's like a life savings goal for like regular people like us.
He went for the wings, all right.
Well, did he even go to the Lou? Did he even go to that Lou Williams one?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm
Or
pretty sure
was it some random?
But it's
Okay.
like I feel like he's getting off a lot of years easier than Lou Will did, because this is like the
Yes,
exact
100%.
same nonsense
Yes.
that he's doing.
100%. Yes, 100%.
It's like no one really seems to care for some reason.
I think with the
Seriously.
Lou Will situation, though, it was like Lou Will was putting the entire bubble at risk by like going out and doing so. But I mean,
I would argue that because there's no bubble, this is even worse.
Yeah,
That's fair,
and
yeah.
I'll dive into that too. But kind of wrapping this up too. He also came to Las Vegas, so I could have seriously ran into Harden if I knew about this and decided to mess around and and try to find him. But apparently he was partying at Dre's nightclub, which is one of the more premier nightclubs on the Strip. I personally would not go because it is expensive as hell to get in there.
Also, like global pandemic is kind of a thing right now.
100%.
People seem to have forgotten that we're in the worst pandemic since the Spanish flu.
I hate it here. I hate it here in America. Dan, take me as a Canadian.
You have to renounce your Nets fandom.
No, never mind. I'm good.
No, I'll do it, bro. Let me in. I'll become a Vancouver Grizzlies fan.
If you buy Vancouver Grizzlies merch, you automatically get a Canadian citizenship.
Dude, open that border back up, bro. I will actually. I'll change.
Comes in a plastic bag attached to the jersey.
Oh my
passport.
God, he really did it. I see. I can't do it. I'm not a seller like that. Nets or die, baby. I freaking hate Deuce.
Looks like it's time to die.
All right. So, anyways, back to what we were saying.
Last thing though, he came in to training camp finally this week after missing the whole weekend when he was supposed to report. I believe Thursday or Friday, and their first team thing was on Sunday. But now he has to, according to Shams and Woj, reported today he has to record 6 negative COVID tests, so he's out another 6 days. I guess I'm assuming before he can even practice with the team. I'm pretty sure or even to do individual. I'm not entirely too sure how this is going to work out. But okay, no, I'm rereading the Shams tweet. So he has to record 6 negative tests before doing team workouts. So that is where we are at today. Obviously, if shown anything, literally James Harden wants to get out, and he's doing it the worst possible way.
It's so immature.
So what's the deal with the test? Like, does it have to be like spaced out? Is that the big deal?
I'm assuming it's like every day, because it's like the bubble where you test every day.
Right.
Yeah, the incubation period of COVID is like it's
5 to
more
14
than like
days.
a day. I don't know how long it takes to go from when you first get infected to when you start showing symptoms.
From what we've been saying is that 5 to 14 days is when you're typically going to show symptoms. And so right now they're saying, again, he has to test for all the things that he's done. He's been doing, he has to test 6 days, straight days negative. So
it really does remind me of like the Lou Will thing, and also a little bit the Jimmy Butler thing, when he wouldn't show up to practice with the Wolves, except in the case of Jimmy Butler, that was I think a little bit more precipitated. Like
he was like way more vocal about it. That's the thing. Like he showed out and had the ESPN thing, the interview.
And look, I don't want to say like that's better or worse or whatever. I don't think either is good, but like
the thing is, it was justified with Jimmy Butler.
I don't even want to say that much, because look, I can slander the Timberwolves anytime. This is about James Harden.
Oh,
okay?
Are we slandering the Timberwolves? Because I'm down to do that right now.
No, we're not slandering
Timberwolves. Episode. Let's go.
Different episode. Different episode.
Because I was DMing Bull about this, and this is like a little sidetrack. I was DMing producer Bull about this, but I told him, because we looked at the T-Wolves schedule, and we said that if the T-Wolves get off to a really slow start, we're having a dedicated episode to T-Wolves slander. So if you guys want to be tuning into that, join in.
I already called dibs on the spot. You guys have to call for the rest of your spots on there.
But back to the Harden thing. My personal opinion, I'll pass this off to Gio and Jonah after this. My personal opinion, this is like a hybrid of like Anthony Davis and Jimmy Butler, but like the worst parts of it. And then on top of it, he's being like the most like asshole of them all by like doing all the things that you shouldn't be doing
during a
pandemic. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Like
people like morally wrong.
People are dying, and he's like out here like going to strip clubs like it's nothing. And so again, I don't want to dive into the conspiracy, but he did have the Blue Lives Matter mask. Is he MAGA? We don't know.
I'm sorry. I completely believe him. I completely believe him when he says he just thought it looked cool. I completely believe that.
I can believe it. I can believe it too. But again, I mean,
no, like I will actually defend him on that front, just because I believe that particular thing.
No, it doesn't look cool, but I can believe. I
believe that. No, I don't say. I'm not saying it looks cool. I believe that James Harden thought it looked cool.
Sure, because I mean, again, he's pretty quiet
I think
about
all people in the world to believe it would be cool. I would 100% believe.
I think it'd be James Harden. But back to it though, like he's doing all these like things that you shouldn't be doing in a pandemic, and then the NBA just released a whole list of rules that of what's to do this season when it comes to like restaurants, no strip clubs specifically, no bars specifically unless approved if it's like private. My personal thing, before I pass it off, is I firmly believe that if the NBA is legitimately serious about like everyone following the rules, I think they should come down hard on James Harden. No pun intended. Like I'm not trying to say this because they have rules to uphold. I'm saying this because again, we are in a freaking pandemic, and it's not okay to be doing these things, and it not only looks bad on Harden, but it looks bad on the NBA in general for not trying to enforce the rules for a star player. Because if you enforce the rules on a star player, it shows that no one's exempt from the rules. And like if it's a suspension, so be it. Okay, like he deserves it. If it's a huge fine, so be it. He deserves it. It's just at some point the NBA needs to like step in. And I know Zach Lowe on his podcast earlier this week reported that 3 or 4 people from like the 29 other teams have said, "Hey, the NBA needs to do something." So maybe they did it in private. Who knows? But that's my thing. I'm opening up the floor, Jonah, Gio. What are you guys' thoughts on this one?
I mean, it's like, what can you even do to strike down on James Harden? It's like
Suspend his ass.
Suspend his ass, but like, what's that going to even do? He wasn't going to play for Houston anyways. What else is he going to do about it?
I don't like you have at least you have to make it like an example that you can't be like doing these things. That's what I'm saying. Whether it be like losing like draft, like they said, dude, take away draft picks. They do fine. You have to do something because you can't.
Yeah,
like,
you
it's only a
definitely-
matter of
I
time.
feel like taking away draft picks from a team that he wants to leave
That
is
just
kind
wants to
of
leave
stupid.
anyways. It's like,
they're
it's
not
like
gonna
we're
play
taking-
with the
maybe
Rockets.
force him to like
Control.
stay in Houston the rest of his like contract and not get traded, or like
forced no trade clause.
The one thing though you can like
every
one,
time he goes to a strip club, he loses one of his role players.
the one thing like
Gordon's going to the Spurs now. Sorry.
the one thing that, and this is like the absolute worst thing they can do is literally take away his paychecks. That's it. That's
Right.
like you take away his actual salary.
It's like, how much can you take away from a man who has everything in the world? You know,
It's true.
you can take up a whole. You can
really
take up like
is.
half a
Take
year.
away his like beard wax.
know? You're the NBA, you're Adam Silver. You can go full like North Korea dictator mode. Like if you wanted to.
imprisoning James Harden for breaking the pandemic rules.
Fuck it, why
Young
not,
Silver.
man?
You hire,
Why
you
not?
hire
Like, I'm just saying, like, again, I'm opening it. Like, I just think the NBA needs to absolutely do something. Like, look, even if James Harden does get traded to the Nets, which I highly doubt, and we'll dive into that like right after this, but I would still 100% want him to be like punished in some shape or form. There's
It's
just no way.
It's so selfish and stupid.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Again, that's my thing. Again, I'm opening up to you guys because I don't want to like take up all the space. I want everyone to. We're having fun with this today. It's a slander episode.
I mean, yeah,
but
it's
like
challenging
Christmas.
with like the player empowerment era, because it's like I want to be like, James Harden, is just like a badass, trying to get himself out of this weird, like contract situation so he can like go
Mhm.
wherever he wants. But then, we don't normally like, see the owners as bad guys. But in this situation, it's so complicated because, James Harden is like breaking all of the, whatever the norms of, going about,
Mhm.
signing up for, doing a trade, or, the whole pandemic side of it. I think the only way to stop him is for the NBA to hire bouncers at strip clubs. Out of the strip club.
I think
No, they could
you know,
they could just work a stipulation into the contracts. I think, like
Maybe they should
penalize
have
them if they go to a strip club. Like I don't think it's a big deal.
not designated strip clubs at each arena. Come on, dude.
I think the funniest thing in like all
COVID-tested
memes.
strippers.
You know what? I think instead of suspending him from like games or like taking away his paychecks, maybe you just ban him from strip clubs for life.
Every
Ooh,
strip club in America has like a
Here's
sign.
the thing, though. Harden with his strip clubs averages like 32 points a game. If he didn't get to go to strip clubs, he would probably average like 50.
I gotta find that stat. Actually, I remember I saw that stat.
Take away the strip clubs from him. He now becomes from like an MVP candidate to like
He goes from
like
MVP
literal
candidate to like
least
top 10
valuable
all
player.
time.
Lakers Danny Green.
Yeah, he becomes Lakers Danny Green. That's literally what will happen if you take away the strip clubs
guarantee
from
you,
him.
if you took away all of Harden's strip clubs, his scoring would like everything about his game.
it goes
massively
down.
improve.
No, it doesn't. I thought it goes down.
No, that's the opposite of what the statistics say.
It like shoots up. Like his stats like shoot
Are you serious?
directly into
And
the
it's
air
like
when he
it's
plays.
really significant.
Well, I guess this gives us a Houston Rockets championship. There we go.
That's
all
if he's
works
in
out.
Houston by the end of the season. That's if he's in Houston by the end of the season.
There's
Well,
got to be
that's the
like a
second
middle
part of his
ground though. Don't
punishment is
they? Don't they
he
have
has
like
to
the
stay in Houston.
drive-through strip clubs?
Oh yeah,
in
maybe
Portland,
he's
yes,
good
they do.
drive-through.
In Portland, yes, they do.
Just go on the
you go.
internet and look at some educational.
I feel they already do that though.
It's true.
They already do
I
that.
know.
Everyone,
When you're
like,
when you're a multimillionaire, you got to do something else other than that with your time, bro. You know. You gotta get out there.
You
They
want
can only play 2K for so long.
Oh,
You had to put that in the
yeah.
50.
but in all seriousness though, like I feel like I'm the only one that they should at least go down hard, like phrasing. They should at least punish Harden, like I don't want to say severely, but at least to the point where it sends a message to not only teams but to star players that like Adam Silver is not fucking around. Like this is a serious pandemic, and even though like we're getting vaccines, maybe at the end of the month, maybe in January, like there's still protocols still to be met.
We're gonna get the vaccine, and then there's gonna be like one like tiny side effect that the vaccine has, and then that's gonna get like blown up to a ridiculous proportion. And then
God,
like all the anti-vax Facebook moms are gonna start spreading propaganda, and we're gonna have to
God.
stay inside for like another 4 months.
So full disclosure, I was reading up on this, because for all you guys who don't know, like I work in healthcare, so I don't like right now. I'm pretty sure my company like that I work for says like we should be able to get it when it comes out.
Everything I
reading
said
about-
was right, by the way.
It's 100% gonna happen. So I was reading about it.
Every single
Like some of the people about like the test trials and stuff. Like the people who came out were saying like, yeah, like I was part of the test trials. The first because it's a 2-shot thing. You get it the first time, you wait 2 weeks, then you get it again the second time. It's the second time where it hits you like a truck, and all the like symptoms like pretty much smack you in the face. Like one dude said he went to the hospital for a day, but literally right after it, he was like, dude, this like I'm all good. So Dan might be onto something here when it comes to that.
It's gonna like I'm sorry, vaccines, especially when they're rushed, like people I don't want to talk about this like in most circumstances because guarantee if you talk about the side effects of a vaccine, that's gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't take it. No, obviously you fucking sorry. Obviously you take the vaccine. Take the vaccine. Please take the vaccine. But yeah, there's gonna be side effects with a rushed vaccine. And yeah, it's like it's gonna get blown out of proportion. I'm sorry, we're getting way off topic here.
I know.
This has been something that I've been
I know we were
like-
supposed to be talking about basketball and James
this is
Harden.
haunting my this is like what's been haunting my dreams.
Oh my gosh.
And
It's like,
not
oh
James
my
Harden.
god, the
And not
Karens
James
are gonna
Harden?
just
You
keep
really
us
don't.
inside for
So
another 4
you're
months.
more concerned about a vaccine than
James
James Harden.
You know what?
We live in a
Yes,
basketball society.
Hot take.
We live in a basketball society,
Whoa.
Dan.
Ball is life, but I'd rather not end up dead.
We
Fair
need to
point.
focus on the real issue here, which is we need to sanitize our strip clubs. nationwide.
And we only
It has to be a
sanitize
safe
them.
place to go.
Okay,
Players are
And we
So-
only sanitize them for James Harden only.
I feel like we should talk about this. Where do
We
we
will.
think James Harden is going to end up? Because that's the real question
Okay.
here.
Where
It's up to
the
team.
best
I
strip
think it's-
clubs are.
Yeah, whatever the
Yeah, so
better-
you better
you
the best
said
clubs
in
are.
Portland they
Brooklyn
have the
and non-state.
drive-throughs, so I think Portland's actually
Portland is
I
now-
don't know why, but I feel like for some reason San Antonio. I don't know. That just popped into my head. Is that
Like,
right? I don't know.
Judging by
If-
what Charles Barkley says about them, I am going to have to disagree with that.
I mean, okay, let's be real here. Maybe San Antonio has good, chubby chasing strip clubs, and James Harden's about that. Okay, Drake said it best: big girls need love too, and maybe James Harden does want to do that. Okay,
Great reference, man.
right? But in a basketball sense, San Antonio could work. You maybe flip DeRozan. Because we don't know what the hell the Rockets are doing because they traded Russell Westbrook for James.
Nah,
for John
DeRozan's only
Wall.
like the 82nd best player in the league, though.
my
To
God.
be fair, he's only maybe
Okay, we'll
Maybe
talk about that in a
Lonzo.
bit,
They
but
put
oh my
they
God.
put they put 22 6 and 6 at number on 60% true shooting. They put him at 82. I'm sorry, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I think Lonzo's better though.
I fucking hate you. Oh my God, I fucking hate you.
Would the Pelicans have enough assets? They seem like they have enough assets to be able to.
Are you willing to give up one of Ingram? Well, you have to give up Ingram. I think
You probably
right?
have to
You
give up
have to-
both
you have
Ingram
to give
and
up Ingram.
Zion.
If you're
I don't
you're
think you
not
give up
giving
Zion though. I think you just
You're
give
never
up
giving up
like
You're never
You're
giving
the
up Zion.
Pelicans. I think you're on your timeline already, and like
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
you're
they're
gonna
probably
work
Harden
right
doesn't
now.
fit with that. Harden doesn't fit with
well,
that.
no. So it could because they literally were close to making the playoffs, right? Then by
Were
close they
they?
made us to the bubble, blew the opportunity, because Zion was too fat for it. Okay, but legitimately though, I still like
Zion
I
fan.
Jonah might be like onto something here, because I think the Pelicans, if you let's realistically think they trade Ingram because you have to for contract
Right.
matching. You probably throw in what Josh Hart, Jackson Hayes, whoever. Like you throw in 2 or 3 like young pieces, throw in like half of the picks that you stole from like a bunch of teams.
Mhm.
I think that's a solid deal for the Pelicans, because the Pelicans now have Zion, James Harden, the 54th best player in the league in Lonzo Ball.
Right.
He is really good.
And they still have solid role players around that. That's a solid playoff team. I don't know if
But,
they'll
like,
win you a championship.
Yeah, but it's like, that's the thing. It's like, is it time to win right now when you could be winning with Zion and BI in like, 3-4 years time? Is it time to throw away what you've got with those two?
They wouldn't be even throwing it away though, because you still have like a boatload of draft picks. They can still hit. If this implodes, you still get freaking Amoni Bates 2 years down the line.
Well, I think throws me off with this whole situation for at least the Pelicans is like, I don't know how to really describe this. It's like, how is it their time to? It's really hard to find the time to win right now when there are so many other teams contending, and I think that it's hard to look for a desire to win when you have teams like the Lakers, like the Clippers, like the Nets, all on this like come up, and it's like, is it really time for us to go for that chip with James Harden, with Zion Williamson, or is it time for us to just take a back seat and just watch what Brandon Ingram can become, watch what Zion Williamson could become, like, together?
I think for the Pels, you should take a back seat because you have you have Zion, you have Ingram. I think even Lonzo, it's fair to say he's a good point guard.
Yeah, he's the 54th best player.
It's not. We're not doing that yet. But I think the team that I'm surprised has not expressed any interest is actually the Celtics, because they have that massive trade exception from Hayward, don't they?
They went out, and it's reported that they're not interested at all.
That doesn't make any sense to
The
me.
Warriors also backed out of their interest.
The Warriors backing out of their interest makes sense because you would have to trade Clay, and the Rockets obviously don't want Clay now because Clay is on a supermax and it just tore his Achilles.
No, Danny Ainge believes in his vision. He will never trade any of his draft picks or his young
Jays.
That's just
the Jays are untouchable.
I kind of love.
I'm just saying,
like, I kind of love his like mindset, but it's also I hate it. It's ridiculous, but also I kind of love it.
Conservative. Like, there's a lot of stars he could have gotten in the past like 3 years that he just
because
hasn't pulled the trigger on.
Because the Boston Celtics with Danny Ainge doesn't care about winning championships. He only cares about winning trades. Like, that's literally it.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean,
look, he won. Like, I will admit he won the Boston Celtics trade, because if you had like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown right now on top of Kyrie and freaking KD, like, imagine that, right? But let's be freaking honest here. What has he actually done? Like, he had a boatload of picks from that. Right?
Are you just mad because you're a Nets fan?
No, I'm being legitimately serious, right?
He's in the constant state of anger. He's a Nets fan. Come on.
That too, but like, I'm being legitimately serious. Like, he's had all these assets, right, and all these picks that, and like Deuce said, like, he could have pulled the trigger, but he didn't, right? If Danny Ainge was really about winning championships, he would have used at least some of those assets to get another star alongside. Sure, he got Kyrie Irving, but that imploded. We know that, right?
I think if he wanted to, he could get James Harden. I really do. I think if he wanted to, to trade, I think if you trade Jaylen Brown and some draft picks, yeah, you could probably put together a package.
He's not going to do it. He's not
exactly. I think the two teams that everyone's talking about with good reason, Sixers and Nets.
And good thing you brought them up, because I actually wrote this down. And I mentioned it earlier. Woj and McMahon reported it, but apparently the Nets and Rockets have not talked in a month since this all broke out.
Really?
And and apparently, Sean Marks hasn't explicitly said it, but he's gone out and said like he's not like willing to mortgage like the whole entire future.
You would have to trade Joe Harris, Karis LeVert, and probably also Spencer Dinwiddie.
So the trade idea, and we've brought it up multiple times before in past episodes, was Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jarrett Allen, Taurean Prince, and the kitchen sink of like picks. It's like Billy King 2.0, right? But Sean Marks, who values like as aggressive as he is, as he went out and got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, and said fuck building a future with D'Angelo Russell, who I love, but as aggressive as he is, he's also very very like Spurs like, because again he comes from the Spurs tree, cares about consistency and the future, and as well as co-GMs Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant also have high regard for Karis LeVert, so they weren't willing to trade that either. So that's the thing.
The thing is, like,
and Daryl Morey also said he doesn't want to trade Embiid and Simmons. So realistically, that removes both the Nets and the Sixers from Harden contention. So
I also think if you have 3 shoot first superstars, like, I think there's diminishing returns at that point. I really do, because look, I know it's kind of a meme, like there's only one ball, but like there is only one ball. Like, and
I feel like
a team can't take like 150 shots a game. That's like, it's not going to happen.
I feel like it could work.
Do you think they're going to be able to take 100? Do you think the 7 coaches or less offense can manage that?
100%. I mean, I feel like they could be. They're all.
They are going to run the 7 seconds or less offense. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I know. But I'm not. I'm not complaining. I mean, I feel like they could figure it out.
But
so,
I think what's much more likely is probably the Sixers.
But they're not trading. They're not trading Simmons or Embiid.
That's the thing.
Yep.
Also, like, I'll be honest with you, and you're gonna hate me for saying, I actually kind of believe in the Sixers this year. Like, they could make it out of the East. I think they have a very well put together starting 5.
Man,
I thought we said Goat wasn't joining the podcast. I thought we said Goat wasn't joining the podcast.
We said, yeah. Are you? Dang, is Goat your burner? Bro, no.
I look at that roster. I look, okay, Seth Curry. Your starting 5 is probably Seth Curry, Shake Milton, Tobias Harris.
Oh wow,
Ben
so
Simmons,
Shake Milton.
Joel Embiid.
Shake Milton's MIP, dude. Don't listen to the haters. All right.
I'm not talking. I'm not saying he's going to be MIP. I think that's ridiculous, quite frankly. But yeah, he can shoot, and that's the important thing. Is you have guards who can shoot, and if you have 2 guards who can shoot, that means Simmons doesn't have to pretend to be something he's not. He can just run and pass and dunk and stuff. He can be,
run and pass and dunk
or whatever.
No, like, look, the Sixers have a solid roster. They did solid moves. I just don't think they can make it out of the East. I don't.
Certainly
I mean,
they can.
If they trade for Harden, yes, I'd actually get like pretty like serious about it. But like,
the question is though, are they willing to trade Ben Simmons and also a bunch of draft picks?
Nope.
No.
And Daryl Morey.
It's ridiculous if you don't, though. I think it's ridiculous if you don't, though.
I think they should.
Look, from my perspective, if you have the opportunity, I think every team in the league should be at least like sending them like a letter with like a preliminary offer. From my perspective.
Hello, Chicago. No.
I'm sorry, it's James Harden. If you have the opportunity to get James Harden, get James Harden. Like,
yeah, no, it's like
stop.
Okay, go ahead, Deuce. I know you were trying to say. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, were you the one trying to say something, or was it Jonah?
I don't think it was me, but I'm just gonna say I don't think the Knicks should, because we already have James Harden.
Oh yeah.
Which one, the French one or the Canadian one?
I'm just saying though, like,
the J in RJ stands for James Harden.
the Tillman Fertitta, claiming as the best owner in the NBA, has been very, very adamant about trading with the Sixers because of how Daryl Morey.
Wait. Who said Tillman Fertitta is the best owner in the NBA, and where do they live?
I think Tillman
himself,
Fertitta actually.
Tillman Fertitta himself. But no, I'm just
Tillman Fertitta himself.
He would know that he's an owner.
Nephew hours.
Look, if you eliminate the Nets and Sixers, and I'm bringing this up to to open the floor because I don't know who can realistically do this. Like, who realistically is gonna be willing to mortgage so much of what what they have for James Harden? And I'm going to assume James Harden is not going to get traded.
Put that hat down, Dan. No,
I'm told.
Raptor.
Put the hat down. Raptors really like. We're assuming he's going to get traded.
Harden, he says no.
Everyone says no. The Raptors freaking say, or the Rockets say no. Sorry. Like,
what do they not
Yeah, you're right.
want OG Anunoby and a first-round pick for James Harden?
oh, no.
I think the Raptors said
What?
no to that.
Everyone says no. Everyone says no to that. Like
the-
I don't know. Like,
the thing is, it's so hard to get Harden because like there's no one who's equal value to Harden. It's not like I think
I know
Westbrook,
that's
it
the
was
thing that
kinda
kills
like,
the. I think that's what kills the deals for everybody is that there's no one else has a superstar that they're willing to give up.
Well, I mean,
Unless
they did trade Russell
like,
Westbrook for
Who
John
would,
Wall.
yeah, like who would
Well,
be
it's
who do you
horizontal,
think is the
though.
best player? Who's the best player you think that you could trade for James Harden?
I think
That-
honestly, right now,
Ben Simmons.
the only one I
Just
can
Ben
think of
Simmons,
is
right?
Ben
Yeah, it's Ben
Simmons,
Simmons.
or if the Raptors like decide that they just want to run a 4-guard lineup, Pascal Siakam. That's like their only two options.
No,
I wouldn't.
no,
I,
not even
would,
Pascal.
I wouldn't even
I wouldn't
trade.
even-
Yeah, I wouldn't trade Pascal for.
No, that's not even close. Houston says no to that.
That's true.
Oh yeah, if I was
No,
Houston,
I
would
know.
say no.
Obviously, well, like obviously you'd have to put in picks, but what I'm saying is like I can't think of anyone you trade. Maybe Jamal Murray, but like even then, it's like what? No,
Denver says no.
Denver, because Jamal Murray's
do.
young, and they'll probably want Michael Porter Jr. too.
Unless you go Gary Harris, MPJ, and then Bol, and then everybody else. I don't know.
Gary Harris.
Jonah, do you think the Pacers would be down for this? Why not?
Oh, of course. I mean,
Oladipo in a second. Who says no?
Yeah, who would you be down? Like Oladipo and like maybe like I don't know, Miles Turner too, and I guess throw in like TJ Warren. I don't know.
Sabonis, Turner, and
Jeremy
Brown.
Lamb.
Would you be down? Like, I mean,
Yeah, let's be real. It would be everyone. It would be everyone. Let's just be real.
Yeah,
Jonah would be down to trade his whole entire roster
The
for
entire
James
starting
Harden.
five.
Like that's
What
the thing. It's
is
like you can't afford. No
That's
one can afford.
cold-blooded, man.
Everyone's on the.
That's the
block.
thing. But like we
Yeah,
say,
but-
like no one could afford him, right? But
There is one possibility I want to suggest.
who?
Trailblazers.
Oh, it's perfect because they like
Yeah,
we
the
brought
draft
up.
pick strip clubs.
Drive
They
to
got the
strip
drive
clubs,
through strip
exactly.
clubs. That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But okay, it's you have to give up CJ McCollum. I'm going to assume Yusuf Nurkic as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd probably give up Nurkic.
You know what? Never mind.
Who else?
'cause if you-
Yeah, see, like the Portland
like
Blazers,
from my
like,
perspective,
I
if
think-
you give up the thing, if you think about it though, how many teams? There's like the only one I can think of is the Sixers and maybe the Celtics, who will never do it. How many teams can actually trade for Harden and then still have a team that's worth putting Harden on? Because say you send him to the Blazers. If Nurkic is gone and CJ is gone, okay, it's like him and Dame and who else? Like if you
You know
send
what?
him to
Terry-
the Nuggets and then
Wait,
make them
What's up?
trade MPJ and Murray
what's
and
up,
whatever.
Jonah? Jonah has a what's up? Did you say something?
Oh no, I was just adding in Gary Trent. You still have
Oh,
Gary.
yeah,
Gary
Gary
Trent.
Trent. Yep.
I forgot
you
who
know
that
what?
guy is, to be honest.
You know what?
The third Splash brother, Gary Trent.
Trade him to the Warriors.
It'll suck seeing Harden play third fiddle to Dame and Gary Trent.
No, you know what? Okay, let's do this freaking let's do this for the narrative in the story arc, okay? Let's take a team who literally just blew a 3-1 lead
No, I am not.
and
No,
then we'll
Let's be real. That could
you
be
know,
a ton of teams right now.
Houston
and
says
then-
no, bro. Houston says
and
no.
then-
Come on, Paul
you
George
have
for
your-
James Harden.
you
Let's
have
see
your
it.
Houston says no.
you have your 2-star players keep crying about chemistry and that their teammates don't like them, they don't pander to them. Shout out to the Athletic for dropping all these bombs. But then you get one player who's also just as toxic as you guys are, named
And
James
then-
Harden.
In
And then all you-
2021, Harden, Kawhi, Serge all come back to Toronto
And
and
there
then
you go.
win one ring and then all
And-
leave.
So all you have left as a roster for these LA Clippers is Kawhi, Paul George, James Harden, Serge Ibaka, and a bunch of G Leaguers, and you don't have your picks until 2050, and you blow a 3-1 lead again.
I can't wait for the Clippers slander episode.
This time-
So-
this
Listen,
time
I think the
this time
Clippers
it'll
know
be
how
a
30 years of
3-1 lead.
irrelevance feels. They'd
I-
be
I-
fine.
Right. So like, why don't we just do it again?
Just
Look,
do it.
Run it back, boy.
Guys,
Run it back.
picture this.
Why don't we just do it again?
I
This
saw
thing-
that tweet.
Here.
The Clippers account literally tweeted, "Let's run it back." It's like, Run what back?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You guys are
Let's just-
actually like there's
Dude,
like
You're
there's
not putting enough respect on their historic second round run. Come on, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. Let's do it again, but this time with more firepower. That when it's game 7,
more
it's 3-3.
firepower equals bigger explosion.
You're playing
It's
against.
math.
Let's say you're playing against the Golden State Warriors team who has
Can
no
I
like.
pause for a second? This is
What's
important.
up?
Game 7.
Okay.
Clippers are up 2.
Okay.
They were up 20 at the half.
About
Dame
right.
Lillard.
Yeah.
Dame Lillard pulls up from 50 feet at the buzzer with one hand. Sends the Clippers home.
Oh my God. I was about to say, picture this, right? Like you have a Warriors team that had no idea, has no right to be there because they're supposed to be first round exits.
Gonna
Okay.
Steph scores 60 points.
Right.
Steph
You
averaging
have
95 points a game.
you have Steph Curry like always being slandered that he can't carry a team by his own. Has
They
somehow
use the
willed
ring of
back
protection.
he has
I wanna
willed
get
he has he has willed back the Warriors from 3-1 down. And all of a sudden it's like 2018 all over again. James Harden shoots over 27 from 3. Paul George and Kawhi have disappeared in the fourth quarter. You were down 12 at halftime, and now you're somehow up by 25. Steph Curry just pulls up from half court like it's nothing. Game over, because why not?
He just keeps
Let's
doing
just run it back.
further and
Let's just
further
run.
back.
There you go. Let's
Going
just
in.
run it back, everybody.
And then
looks like we
Alan
have a-
Smiley Geek gets Finals MVP. Can't wait.
There you go. Why don't we? There you go. This is the narrative that we need to have.
Yeah,
Let's
Steph
get Harden on the
is gonna-
Clippers.
Steph is going to
Yeah.
average like 80 in the finals, and they're going to give it to like
Let's get.
Kelly Oubre.
I would be mad, but I wouldn't be opposed.
It looks like we have
Because-
something in chat here that I think someone wants us to talk about. It's our token Heat stan. Not even Atomics or God, why am I forgetting this? Oh,
Harden to Miami. Harden to Miami. Okay, let's
Why?
realistically think about this. Harden to Miami. Like, why though? Like, you're giving up Duncan Robinson, hero.
I just want
um,
Cyber to know how dumb he is.
Like,
You're not. I'm sorry. That's not happening unless you give up Bam. That's not happening.
And I
And
wouldn't
you
even give up
shouldn't
Bam.
give up
they
Bam.
don't. Oh wait, they don't have the room anymore, right? Because they signed Bam to
Oh
the
yeah,
max,
yeah. They
right?
just said Bam. Yeah, they just said you have to give up Bam.
Like
So yeah,
you would have to give up Bam, and like Bam. I'm sorry, Bam's too important to that team. He is. You can't fill. There aren't really many big men who can do what Bam does. You can't just.
No, he just
fill
said
that
he just
spot.
said trade Bam. I think it's over.
oh, he's high as hell. He's high as hell for
It's
that.
not happening.
Oh no, he's joking.
He says
He's
he's
joking,
joking.
but-
We're good.
But
Not happening.
like at this point, because we're listing all these contenders that no one's going to be willing to like trade for Harden, right? And none of these contenders are, right? So
No one's going to be willing until someone is the thing. We just
yeah, but
don't
like none of them are though. That's the thing.
True.
we don't know who it's going to be. It could be like maybe it'll be
and-
like a fringe team. Maybe like the Suns will have a brain aneurysm and decide to reunite CP3 and James Harden.
Oh God,
by
I'm just
trading
saying.
James Booker.
At
Devin
this point, like if no one's like if none of these contenders are willing to do it, I feel like at this point Houston's gonna get so desperate of how toxic this situation is.
So they will do the Pascal Siakam trade.
Because like look, like don't get me wrong, like Harden is a great player. He's an MVP caliber player. Like we're all in agreement on that one, right? Like he's
for
a
sure.
great player. Like
Yeah.
but as a person and as a leader, he is so bad at that.
I
Like
don't even know if I'd say that because he has the work ethic. It's just he does this.
no,
stupid
it's
shit.
just like if you were an actual leader, like even if you wanted out, right, you'd still at least show up and try to be like a professional about
That
it.
is not.
Okay,
You're right. That's not professional.
okay, like I get
He
it.
should face some consequences for that.
Like but this is not even like at some point though, and like you like the everyone has to like at least consider it now, especially if you're a contending team with like multiple superstars, is and I want you guys' thoughts on this, is that at one point does Harden think about this and reflect and say, maybe it's me and not them,
When
that's
he's
causing all the
retired.
yeah, that's right. That's probably it.
To be fair, like I'm just gonna say it. Harden would have a ring right now if not for Chris Paul's hamstring. Like, it's not. I don't want to blame do the hypothetical thing, but like he would. But at the same time, yeah, no, like all of these teams, the common denominator has been James Harden.
Yeah, because look, he had Dwight Howard, right? Who's gone? Dwight Howard leaves. Who stays? James Harden. After that, he gets Chris Paul. He hates that Chris Paul tried to be the alpha dog, and is a bitch about it. What happens? CP3 gets traded for supposed best friend Russell Westbrook.
BFF
right?
Russell Westbrook.
Right. Russell Westbrook has an issue with how
Yeah.
like accountability is, right? So who gets sent? Russell Westbrook. Who stays throughout all of this is James Harden. So at what point does again, Harden's a talented player, but at one point does it get through his head maybe I should change my attitude about things when it comes to trying to win a championship?
He just play off ball once.
I'm all about getting I'm all about player empowerment. But however, I do think this situation has gone too far. But I'm all about player empowerment and players realizing hey, I need pieces around me. But at what point does it do you guys realize hey,
maybe I should be the one surrounding others.
Yeah, maybe I'm the issue and I need to work on something.
I think the issue with Harden has always been, look, he's a selfish player. And this is not me making shit up. He has the highest usage rate in the NBA. I think the only one with a higher usage rate is Luka Doncic. And Luka Doncic, I kind of give a pass because he averages 9 assists a game. And also, let's be real, Porzingis was out for half the season.
But am I alone on this though? I want you guys' thoughts. Is James Harden a terrible leader? Is and a terrible person on top of that?
I don't think he's a terrible leader and a terrible person. I just
okay.
Clearly, he's not he's selfish. At the end of the day, he's fucking selfish.
That's a terrible leader. Deuce, Gio, Jonah, what I know, I've been hogging the spotlight, so I want to pass it to you guys.
Yeah, same. I'm sorry.
It's your podcast,
I want to know,
bro.
but I want to know though. I don't want. I feel like I want to be in the minority here because no one's sure. My personal opinion again. I want James Harden to be traded somewhere because this is dragging on too long. This is just bad in general. But I feel when it comes to everyone's just saying yeah, it's all it's it's the team's fault. It's not Harden, but I feel I'm the only one that's saying it's Harden, not the team. Sure, Tillman Fertitta and has a huge play in this, but I still think it's all on Harden for the past 10 years.
Okay, so I have my own thoughts on this. Unless Deuce or Jonah, you guys want to go first?
No, go ahead, man.
I think that's just is there a single player in the NBA that Harden would play under? I'm trying to think of a list of names where Harden would be okay, it's time for me to step down. It's the only player I could think of is I would step down if any player in the NBA would step down if LeBron James is
LeBron James.
If LeBron James is telling you to step down, then you will step down to LeBron James.
KD, maybe KD.
Maybe KD. James Harden is not stepping down for Joel Embiid, bro.
And he's not stepping down for Giannis because he hates Giannis for some stupid fucking reason. For some completely arbitrary nonsense.
Because he threw the ball at his head, man.
Yeah, he threw the ball at his head really hard, dude, and it hurt kind of a bit.
Yeah.
Harden for Giannis trade?
It's at what point do you realize
That'd be interesting.
His ego has gone over the top, and it's who will he if he won't step down to Chris Paul, one of the best leaders in NBA history, it's who will he step down for?
That's what and I want to add this other caveat to kind of help with your thing is that with you guys' points too is apparently the reports are coming out of Houston that the Rockets organization has willingly put up with all the bullshit that he's done in regards to his lifestyle. Again, ideally you don't want to be your star player to be always at a strip club all the time, right? You don't see LeBron at a strip club all the freaking time, right?
No, not all the time.
But but you you don't see him always partying out all the time, right?
He's always eating tacos.
Yeah,
because he's he's the leader of the team and he's the face of the franchise, right? But as the face of the franchise and you're living that's at what point does it get through your head maybe I should clean up my act as a leader?
I want to say, if he hasn't done it by now, then he'll never will. But a lot of players have late in their careers realized okay, I need to get my shit together. Kyle Lowry is a good example of that, where he was considered a locker room cancer until his third year in Toronto. So it's never too late to change. But yeah,
Mhm.
Harden needs to adjust his attitude both on and off the court. He needs to be less selfish on the court, and he needs to be less selfish off the court.
Mhm. And I know I cut off Deuce before before he talked, but I know you have some things about this one too.
So in terms of being a terrible leader, well, I want to address the selfish thing because I think he was just the focal. I think that was just the offense, honestly. Like, if he was
Okay.
not placed in a position where the offense was literally just have him ISO and drive and kick and
Okay.
sometimes a lob to Capella, then maybe he wouldn't do it. Maybe he would play a more team oriented style if that wasn't the offense. So I
Now
don't think he's necessarily selfish. I don't think he's unwilling completely to play team basketball. I think that's just Rockets
Okay.
basketball. I think that's just what the Rockets identity was.
Okay.
But in terms
so
of being a bad leader, I kind
yeah.
of agree with that.
Okay.
that's
So
I can
but
see why
like
you would say it.
yeah. So like I mean, in your opinion, like if he's would you again like obviously anyone would want him on your team, but would you have legitimate concerns like um like if he's like your face of the franchise and the leader of the team, like would you, after hearing all the stuff, like has there been reported from the Athletic, and all the things that are now coming up from the surface that have been kept under wraps for so long, do you think like you would have legitimate concerns if he was like running your team as an executive? Like if you were like a GM, would you have legitimate concerns about trading for him even if he gives you a best shot at a title?
I think it just depends on what team you are. Like over here we're kind of starving, so maybe we
Okay,
would
like
take
yeah, let's
advantage.
say the Knicks. Let's say this is like yeah,
Starving,
like
bro.
this. Okay,
The
let's say let's
the
put in
Knicks
the
flag in
Knicks.
the back
Okay,
are
let's put
really
in the
adding on
Knicks,
to
right?
it.
Like like um, I'm just saying like if it's the Knicks, okay, and like you're rebuilding and everything, and you're on the way up. Would you have legitimate concerns if you got Harden and like it kind of ruins it even more?
I mean, wasn't the
I'm
fear
sorry, what's the question?
Like, would you can be concerned if James Harden was on the Knicks with like as being the face of the
Like
franchise
just
with how
about like
bad
his issues, like going out in the strip clubs and everything.
going
Yeah,
to the strip club,
like
being
let's
a
be
bad
real, it's not the
leader,
right thing to do.
like being a bad leader, and especially like hindering the development of like your young players
And
that
like
you have.
forcing all the other stars out. Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Like at the end of the day, he's getting you your guaranteed, 50 plus wins. The Rockets have put up with it for as long as they have. Unfortunately, they haven't gotten any rings. I mean, it is what it is.
Uh-huh. I mean, I'm at this point again. I would like. Don't get me wrong. I would if Harden's on our team as a third, like the third fiddle. I wouldn't mind, but I'm just generally concerned about like the toxicity of it all.
I think
Um.
at the end
Yeah.
of I think the point where he realizes that like maybe he's the issue is if this entire season goes and he is still a Rocket by the end of it, then it's like you have to think like why has
No one
nobody
wants
traded?
him.
It's like why has nobody traded for me yet?
Well, it's because like no one wants no one wants to give up the assets. That's it.
Is it no one wants to give up the assets, or is it they realize that the assets aren't even worth Harden in the first place?
the thing is,
It's
let's say
both.
there was a player who was as good as Harden, who could score 35 points a game,
Okay.
who was one of the most dominant scorers in NBA history,
Okay.
who didn't have this baggage.
Okay.
Okay, I just described Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was snatched up immediately. Because everyone wanted Kevin Durant, even after his Achilles tear. Everyone and their mom wanted Kevin Durant.
That's true. Because I mean, at the time, like, and to be fair, at the time though, Kevin Durant was like considered the best player in the world at that point.
Mean, that's because
But
LeBron.
But I see where your point is, though. I see where your point is coming from.
He was the best player in the world because LeBron was out with a groin injury.
God, shut up. He was already doing that before that. But speaking of, I know we've been talking about Harden a lot. But speaking of top players in the league, I do wanted to bring this up before we like kind of wrap up.
Lonzo
but,
Ball, let's go! Woo!
For you guys who who know, I assume you have all seen the list. ESPN released their top 100 players. We haven't seen top 10 yet, but we can assume who's on it. But ESPN's top, in my honest opinion,
number 1, Kyle Lowry.
The top 100 list from ESPN. Whoever wrote it. I need the names because this is some actual bullshit list. Do you have names, Jonah? Do you have the names?
It's a pretty bullshit list.
Oh, I mean,
Does
like,
anyone-
it's not listing
Can we
all
not
of them,
like
but it has,
flame
like,
them on the pod though? That's it seems hateful.
Is
No,
it because
I'm-
you're
no, I'm
hoping
just
that we
saying.
get sponsored by them
Yeah.
eventually?
I didn't say
But I do actually like have like
Fine.
legitimate issue with it. I do actually have like legitimate issue with it. I'm not even lying. Like, because again, and you guys can chime in because I know my biggest complaints were why are Michael Porter Jr. and Tyler Hero ranked so high when they obviously overperformed in the bubble? Okay. Why is Zion Williamson, who's only played 24 games, albeit, yeah, sure, he looked good, but he's not the 19th best player in the league. He's not even like top 50, maybe I'll consider it, but he's not even that. Okay. There's no way that DeMar DeRozan is number 82. That's freaking disrespectful as hell.
22 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds.
He's
60% true shooting.
He's been
Show
playing
me
literally.
any other player who can score in those volumes with that high efficiency is like at least in the top 30.
He's literally playing like the most efficient basketball of his career. Okay, in San Antonio,
Which is ironic because he was like Mr. Raptor.
I don't know why Kyrie Irving's 25. He's at least top 20. Okay.
That one doesn't sound too ridiculous to me. But
No,
like,
he's top 20 guaranteed.
I would have to
Can we
see
just-
which names are ahead of him.
Can we just talk about that ball boy already?
I
Come
mean-
on. Just bring up
And
that
yeah,
ball boy.
I'll bring it up too.
John Morant's like 30.
But I'll bring that up, Lonzo up in a little bit. But my biggest thing was they put Duncan Robinson at like 77 when all he fucking does is shoot. Like he does not absolutely like if you like
There's
I'm
nothing
being legitimate serious. He does absolutely nothing else. If you actually watch it, okay, like all he does is just shoot threes. Like there was literally like they even showed this during the finals. Okay, then the lead up to it.
He was like
All his field goal like attempts were literally from the 3-point line. That's all he does.
Is
He
really
can't even dribble.
77?
Yes. So he's in the
No
he's in the
shot,
70s. And like
77.
he doesn't even dribble. Okay. He doesn't even play defense. Okay. Like, look, Duncan Robinson is a great 3-point shooter and like he overachieved, but like he is not 77. Okay. My biggest complaint about that was because he had him over freaking Joe Harris, who does literally what he does, but better because he actually dribbles. He literally, shoots more consistently, and he actually cuts to the basket and passes more. Like he does literally what you're supposed to do as a role player, not just shoot. Okay, like I don't know, like Duncan Robinson shouldn't be that high. I know Jonah had sorry, before I wrap this up too, why the hell is Lonzo Ball number 54 over so many of these people? Okay, Lonzo Ball is an offensive zero.
They really just
Shut up.
it's a meme
Look,
list,
dude,
dude.
relax.
He's an
Shot
offensive zero.
54% from the free throw line.
Dude.
He did
When
shoot 37.
When
Three.
freaking DeAndre Jordan can almost shoot, when DeAndre
Jonah,
Jordan
don't try to justify
don't
this.
try to defend this, Jonah. Like
Not
when
worth it.
DeAndre Jordan can
sorry,
almost shoot better than you,
I
like
think
you have
I
an
think
issue.
Lonzo's career free throw percentage might actually be lower than DeMar's field goal percentage this year. I have to check.
So someone pull this up. I don't know, but like someone pull it up. Like I'm being honest with you. Like, sure, he's a good defender. Okay, he's not great, but he's a good
He's not
defender.
Lonzo
not a bad
shot
defender.
57% from the free throw line.
Jesus
His
Christ.
career,
That's his career high.
free throw percentage, Lonzo's, is 48.7%.
Oh my god, that's
DeMar's
shit.
DeMar's field goal percentage this year was 52%.
It's
Oh my God.
literally
Hey,
worse than
wait,
Ben
can-
Simmons.
Can someone? Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, Ben Simmons is
Can-
at like 56. I want to say.
Oh my god. But like seriously, like Lonzo is like okay, solid defender. Okay, maybe you can give him that pass. All right. He can
Like
throw
Ben
like
Simmons, but bad. That's what he is.
he's great
Ben
at
Simmons,
throwing.
but
He's
bad.
great at throwing outlet passes, right? Big whoop. Okay, like how is he gonna be like ranked higher than D'Angelo Russell at 69?
He is. He
Okay,
is
what the
Ben
hell?
Simmons, but worse.
Where was D'Lo?
D'Lo was
69.
69.
Nice.
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 To be fair,
Nice.
it's that him. D'Lo is 59.
Nice, but like
Alright,
seriously though, like
We can end the podcast there, guys.
Nice.
I think it's just mad disrespectful because D'Angelo Russell literally was an all-star. Lonzo Ball has not even sniffed close to even scoring even 15 points a game.
I
How
think
the
they're
fuck
trying
is
to
he 50?
predict. I think they're trying to predict next year.
They're trying
Even
too
if you
hard, though.
even if you
like,
predict next year
even
though,
if you're trying to predict next year, they have Trae Young in like 30 and Kyle Lowry at like 17. It's like I love Kyle Lowry, but my man is gonna turn
really?
35 this year.
what?
like-
Okay, hold on.
That
There's
is
no way.
nuts.
Okay, hold on. You can't have Kyle Lowry above Kyrie Irving. That is
They have him
bullcrap.
8 spots above Kyrie Irving.
That is
bro. That's
so
insane.
To be
stupid.
fair, like to be
No.
fair, I think this is based on like advanced stats, and because like
They're-
advanced
no,
stats
like,
all
it
love
can't-
Kyle Lowry. So,
It
like
can't just be that because Kyrie's advanced stats last year were insane. Like his efficiency.
yeah,
was off
even
the
if he
charts.
only played 20 games, like he was like if he stayed healthy, he was on his way to like having
60%
career
efficiency
highs.
or
He was
something.
dropping like 28 a game or something like that.
I mean,
I
even-
know.
Efficient 28 a
Even
game.
their advanced stats have them at like 4.1 RPM. So it's like
And
compared
that's what I'm
to,
saying.
like,
So like
Jamal Murray 2.5. It's like
Right.
that's so dumb. Like and,
Damn,
it's
I
just
really averaged 27 points.
this is like a long-winded way for me to say like whoever wrote this list, they literally need to fire because this is some like I'm telling you, this is like the most casual of most casual Twitter type lists.
I wonder if this is
like
like I wonder if this is like a team. Do you think it was a team?
Guys,
There's
I
no way
think
like
yes, it
it
was
is.
me.
There's
I
definitely
wrote
more people.
like this is like if you took all of Stan Twitter, Stan NBA Twitter, and like made them do a top 100 list. Okay, like this is like if you. I feel like they like ESPN took all the writers. They were like, oh my god, I just saw Zion highlights on like on the NBA YouTube account. He's got to be 19.
whatever the
They,
NBA
like-
YouTube's like, it's like his high school highlights.
I know
This
like
guy
they watch the NBA's like hour-long like bubble highlights video. Like, oh my god, this is like our material for the list. Like they didn't like I watched the bubble like or in basketball in general. Like this is terrible. Like I know Jonah has a big gripe because one of his homeboys got disrespected. I'm giving him the floor on this one, but I don't know. ESPN like look, it's easy to clown ESPN because I mean everyone does it, and I know we pride ourselves on being better than ESPN
because we
but,
are
like,
ESPN.
because we are
10
because it's facts.
10 times
Press one
better.
in the chat. Press one in the chat if we're better than ESPN. If you say no, we're banning you. But like it literally like for the worldwide leader of sports, like they only like at this point it shows that they only earned it because they're the only program that everyone will watch. That's it.
Yeah.
That's my take. Like you can throw whatever bullshit they want, but like everyone's gonna know because you are the worldwide leader of sports because you're the only sports network out there. That's it. Jonah, like I know you were venting kind of in the group chat about it, but go ahead. I'm giving you the
I mean,
floor
I
on
know-
this one.
the whole thing on Pacers talk, but Domantas Sabonis at 50 honestly was pretty wild. I think
Mhm.
he is at like top 40 at I think at the worst. Anything, and our best player was like Malcolm Brogdon at like 37. So I mean, it just goes to show that ESPN doesn't really care about if
Yeah.
they
They have
they're not
Brogdon
gonna care about Pacers' opinion. Yeah, so it was like I think Brogdon was like our best player. They had even Depot at like 47. Like,
but Brogdon.
So
over
wait, they had-
makes no
They had
sense.
Depot. They had Depot above Sabonis. Really?
yeah,
Really?
and Warren, but
And
yeah, that's
Where would they put
debate.
DJ Warren at?
TJ Warren was like 63, I think, and Miles Turner was like 74. Those were like all
63, same as his
Mm.
points per game inside the bubble.
I wish. He fell off.
Felt like it.
Felt like it.
Just decided to go on like the most powerful like 3-day long tear for no reason.
No, yeah, he was insane.
It was so funny.
It's all hype. Yeah.
It's funny
Ja
until he
Morant.
does it like it's funny until he does it against your team, and then it's not funny.
it's like, guys, can you stop, please? Can
He
you guys
didn't do it to
stop?
my team in the bubble. I'll tell you that much.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
not many people did many things to your team in the bubble, Deuce. There's a reason for that. We won't talk about
Yeah,
that.
that's legit.
Because some
know.
teams got to go to Disney World, and some teams got to stay home because they're garbage.
The photo of RJ and Frank, the photo of RJ and
Week
Frank on
8
Space Time was
represent.
great.
Like
Gosh.
most of the Nets good players had to stay home.
Well,
so-
yeah, they all got COVID, man.
Kind of a sad series,
They
honestly.
all got freaking COVID. Like, what are we supposed to do?
Fucking sucked.
But we're deviating too far. I don't know. Like, I need everyone's opinions on this list because I, for one, I'm absolutely heated.
It's
about it.
bad,
I
but
mean-
also I don't care. The entire crux of online media nowadays is to generate anger clicks. It's like whatever.
I mean, they got their clicks. This is the most I've seen in the ESPN top 100 list get talked about like in a while.
It's true.
They got their
I
clicks.
mean, they accomplished their goal. Yeah, but I mean,
What's the phrase? Bad media, bad press is still, pretty
good
good.
bad press is still good press.
Yeah, we gotta make a list to generate anger. Then what the hell, dude?
All
Yeah,
right,
fuck
top
it.
10
Number
list
one.
of
We'll do
NBA players.
we'll do a freaking top 100 list right before the season starts. Fuck it, I'm down.
Yeah, there we
Number
go.
10, Patrick Patterson.
Kyle Kuzma's
Number-
at number 8.
I'll tell you right
He's
off the
like,
bat,
how
the
could it
one
be?
player that they slept on. All right, you take a Frank Ntilikina, right? He has
Oh my
all the tools to be the
God.
next big thing in the league. Okay, dude, he has the length. He's got
He
like
has
what,
the
like
length,
a
huh?
7'2" wingspan at least. He's got the athleticism.
Oh my freaking
He has the
God.
drive.
I'm gonna mute Deuce. Let me know when he's done talking.
I freaking
He's got the ball control.
I
He's got the
freaking
court
hate
vision. He's got
you.
elite defense. He's
You-
everything
oh
that
my
Lonzo was
fucking
hyped up to
God.
be, and he gets no respect.
Oh my God.
Frank the
So-
Tank, number 1, best
No.
player
That's
in the
Kaminsky,
NBA.
bro.
No,
Don't mince words.
don't you dare.
TSJ.
No.
If he's not on our list, I'm quitting. All right.
Yeah,
I've been a
well-
part of this podcast for a long time. All right. I think I
You thought
deserve
this
that
is your
respect.
debut.
Well,
I've been
Oh
a
my
part of this
God.
podcast for
He's
at
been on this
least an hour.
podcast an hour and 6 minutes to be exact. I'm looking
hour-
at the
Can
timestamp
someone?
right now.
Can someone? You know what? Does anyone have like a way to get past the paywall? And like, I need to see the actual list because like I feel like there's
you want my
more
credit
things.
card?
I ain't paying for that shit.
I mean, you
I
could
know,
also
for that
I
stuff.
have the access.
you could
so-
also just donate to the street, to the pod. I'll link my Venmo
Please.
down below.
Please give us
I will.
money.
I will. Please give us money. I'm being dead. If you guys want to make our Christmas, if you guys want to be like the nephew hours, make nephew hours Christmas, you can donate to us. I'm not even gonna lie. I will give you like a shout out, and we will take requests if you guys donate.
I will.
We're
I'm-
5 grown men incapable of paying for one ESPN Plus membership.
Yes, and
Yeah, how much
we
is
will
it?
gladly take donations. I will if you are serious, I will DM you my how will we split 10 cents? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Socialism, baby. But oh my gosh, I need to look this up because there's more disrespect. I know they ranked Bradley Beal
10
pretty
cents.
low. They also
Yeah,
put
they
okay.
disrespect my boy Bradley. Oh, and Russ. Russ they disrespect really, really
I
hard.
have
They-
access. Do you want to know all the numbers? I'll give you. You just say the name.
Wait,
and
you
I'll
have
give
access?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. We have one person capable of paying
Paying
$5.99 a month. Okay.
I don't have access, but maybe I do pay it. I don't know about it.
Where's where I know they put Bam 13. Where did they put
The BIM's 13. Bradley Beal is 22nd.
where's Bradley Beal's 22nd? What the hell?
Bradley Beal is 22nd? The guy who averaged 30 points
Yeah.
per game?
That's
Yeah,
so
no-
disrespectful.
I know we don't encourage Timberwolves talks in here because NBA users, but
They put Cat at 23, and I mean
is that
that's
respectable for you
reasonable
guys?
though.
I think that's a lot of
23 is
people
pretty
are
reasonable.
a lot of people are up in arms.
Based on
and,
pure talent is absolutely like,
Really?
top 25. Just based on pure
surprisingly up in arms. Some people
Cat-
are up in arms because it's too high. Some people are up in arms because it's too low.
I
In terms of winning, he hasn't done shit, but he's absolutely top 25 just in talent.
yeah, like it's appropriate because offensively, like he's talented. Like he
And
He can do
defensively,
everything.
He got cooked by Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
he's thinner and more dark skinned Jokic type player. That's pretty much what it is.
That's insulting to Jokic.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
that's pretty rude for Jokic, dude.
the difference though with Cat is like defensively, which is weird because he was like touted as a defensive player coming out of like Kentucky. Is that
Coming
So is
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan.
he
Weird.
he can't guard like a piece of paper if his life depended on it.
Well, rest in peace to him.
But like Wait, what?
He's gonna fucking die then. His life depended on defending a piece of paper. That man's gonna die. That man is
Gio,
going
do
to
you
die.
think? Do you think you're dropping 10 on Cat?
Do you think?
Me,
Do I think I'm
realistically?
dropping 10 on Cat?
Yeah.
I think I could drop on Cat. It depends on how many attempts you give
Oh
me.
my god! Oh
Give me
my
100 attempts. You think
god!
give me 100 attempts? I'll drop 10 on Cat.
Someone clip that. Someone clip this. Someone clip that, please. Clip that. Clip that.
Clip that.
Cat.
Carl,
Clip
Carl
it. Clip it.
Anthony
Clip it.
Towns.
I
Carl
will.
Anthony Towns, no.
I'm gonna act. I'm
Daniel.
gonna act on Twitter.
Toronto.
Yeah, somebody
at
at Cat on Twitter. Tell him to 1v1 me. If I make 5 baskets out of 100, then he owes me $100.
Oh my god!
Wait.
But,
I'm sorry. If you're making a bet with an NBA player and you only ask for $100, you're like, come
No,
on.
I said 100.
You're missing the bag.
I said
Yeah, I know
100.
you're. I need to.
I think
What happens if you
tell him like 5K for each basket I make on his ass. I'll do the thing like the little kids do,
5K.
like they crawl under him.
Oh my
Just crawl
God.
under like in between his legs and just do like a layup under the rim, you know?
you know what I'll do is I'll pay Jokic to lift me up to the basket.
I need to find this. I'm looking for this.
Like Cat, no. If I win, then Cat has to come on Nephew hours.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm down. Someone add him.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Sorry,
I was waiting for
I'm
Migi to say. I was waiting for something to
I'm
convince
down.
Migi.
I just need
realized,
the
oh,
publicity.
He has
I
a
mean-
Discord, bro. Somebody join it.
yeah, what's
Does he really?
Alright.
Can you
Yes,
like
it is.
slander it or
Pretty sure.
something?
I think he actually has one.
Cat?
Huh.
Just ask Cucumber. He's definitely in there.
I
Do you
just
Pascal
I need that whole
Siakam.
list. Wait, where's
Okay,
Pascal Siakam ranked?
Pascal Siakam's
Ryan,
24.
Do Ryan
25?
24.
He's above Kyrie freaking Irving?
24?
Are you serious? This man does one spin move.
All right, guys, let's mute for Miggy's Stephen A moment.
Look, okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, okay, so what? Siakam just broke out last year. Okay, how the hell is he better than Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie Irving played 20
dude, okay,
games.
Siakam's like, this is okay. That doesn't make Kyrie Irving just a number 25. We're talking overall, dude. This guy's like top 20.
He's
Okay,
a higher number than how many games he played.
Siakam plays basketball like he discovered the spin move on 2K and just spams it. Okay, like,
But he's
you
really
take
good.
away,
at that.
you take away the double square spam. Like, what does he have?
He shot like 36% from 3 last year, right?
Bro,
Like, a good basketball.
how dude, he's good, but he's not top 25. What the hell? Like, he's not better than Kyrie Irving. Who is he? He's not better than freaking.
You don't know how good Kyrie is because he only played 20 games, my dude.
Okay, even take that, dude. Even take beyond that. Okay, even take beyond the 20 games.
I think
he's
in those
still
20
better.
games, I still would have taken Kyrie Irving, Pascal Siakam.
Because
Not on
literally this
defense,
get
but,
Deuce,
you're right.
like Deuce
To be fair
brought it
to
up.
Deuce, okay, to be fair to
Deuce
Deuce,
brought-
Deuce would take anything.
This feels like such
Deuce
a
brought it
real
up, man.
exercise.
Like,
I can't get mad about this list. It's so like trite.
Deuce brought out the point that like literally his efficiency levels were like off the chart.
No, he was
Again,
insane
like
in those
I
20 games.
don't. It doesn't. I can't get mad at these lists. Like I don't care.
I mean,
I think they're still. I think to
Yeah, like
I
at
mean,
the
like-
end of the day, guys, we all know that at prime Harrow playoff season 69 on Twitter made that list. So it's like it's not a big deal.
It's like
damn.
at-
So
at Legion Sports Hoops 34 on Twitter is furious about
Oh my
Lonzo Ball's
God.
placement.
So-
At Legion Sports Hoops, but
So
always
I'm
like
looking this up.
Bro.
Apparently, I hate this. I as much as I like love to slander him, but apparently they left Andrew Wiggins off the top 100, which I think is actually pretty
No
disrespectful.
way.
That's actually pretty disrespectful.
But
I'm
also
not even gonna lie to
kinda
you.
Who was the 100?
No,
Who was their cutoff?
I don't know. I didn't look.
We don't know, dude.
So apparently,
It was Kevin Durant. I was Kevin Durant.
apparently they have Mike Conley at 71. They put KCP at 77.
That's ridiculous.
KCP at 7.
It's not
Wait,
the
Casey-
dumbest thing I've ever.
Oh, wait, Casey. Wait, hold on.
So
KCP
apparently-
at 77. Where's DeMar DeRozan again?
82.
82. They have Aaron. So they have Zach LaVine at 56, 2 spots behind freaking Lonzo, but above D'Angelo Russell, which I
Can
think
we
is
agree that the
egregious.
dumbest placement is DeMar at 82? Like
Yes.
that's like
It's either DeMar or Lonzo. Lonzo won't even be. He won't
No,
even be the
Lonzo's
best
worse.
ball brother.
Dude,
He
I
won't
would
be the
put
best ball brother in the NBA.
dude
He will not.
like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like if anyone doesn't deserve to be on this list, I think it's Lonzo, 100%. Because I would want like I'm not even gonna be lying. Like I'll die on this hill. I'd rank Andrew Wiggins above Lonzo Ball. I'm not
Fair
even
enough.
kidding.
No, that's fair.
I'd rank LaMelo Ball over Lonzo Ball, dude. You kidding me?
Like
Come on.
It's
I would,
actually fair.
like
Melo
I
Ball,
don't
more like Lonzo Tall.
Yeah,
like
literally.
sure Andrew Wiggins is inefficient, but at least he scores like 20 points a game for you, and at least if he tries, will give you defense. Okay,
That's the
if
thing
Lonzo
with
Ball-
Lonzo, dude. Lonzo's never gonna be a scorer. He can't score in any way except for his,
okay,
like,
and if you want
his
to
league average 3. That's all he can do in terms of scoring. He
Like,
can't
it-
drive. He has no mid range. He can't
you-
get to the line. If he gets to the
Well, no,
line,
he gets to the
can't
line,
shoot a
he just
damn
can't
free
do
throw.
it.
I have a better shot at making a free throw than he
I could
does.
probably make two free throws in a row at a more likely clip than freaking Lonzo Ball can.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
YMCA free throw track record is 10 times better than Lonzo Ball's.
I know,
alright?
like my rec league stacks would probably be better. Okay, like I don't know. Like I think if anyone deserves to be taken off this list, and this is gonna be my last point, because producer Bull says we need to
We're in
cut off
shrine
soon.
time.
Look, you can probably reorganize this list, and I need to see the whole 100. But if there's anyone on this list that deserves to be removed from the top 100,
It's Lonzo.
it's Lonzo Ball, 100%.
For sure.
And you
I
can
would,
we can.
I would have rather LaMelo been on the top 100 than he would have.
Oh God,
There's like no rookies.
fuck!
on there.
I would have laughed if they just put LiAngelo Ball. Like I don't give a fuck. Like
I wouldn't have been as mad because I would have laughed. Like this isn't even funny. It's just sad.
at minimum like Lonzo is like top, like he's in the range of like maybe like 110 to 120. That's how
Yeah.
low I think of him. And you can bring this tweet up, and you can if he like breaks out and like as a player this year, you can clown me on it, but like
You can call
his
all of us
tweet-
on it.
If
If he proves us
Lonzo
wrong,
Ball
thank goodness.
averages 15 points a game this year, I will post my nudes in the Discord.
Oh my God,
I'll do an entire Nephew Hours episode in the furry costume.
you know
dude.
what? If
Yes,
I'll do an
yes,
entire
okay.
Nephew Hours episode.
If Lonzo Ball averages 15 points per game this year on above, let's say 40% shooting,
okay,
You're giving a lot of
um,
credit.
then I will be naked.
I'll be in a furry costume.
Yeah, he will be in a furry.
oh my God, oh my
I'll
God.
one up both of
Okay.
you guys. I'll come in a Lonzo Ball jersey.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Damn it, I was
Oh,
gonna
my
say
bad,
that.
Yeah, go
Find my
ahead. You can
Lonzo
say. You can
jersey.
say.
I could probably find
I
my
was
Lonzo
going to say like I will
Wear a
will,
Lonzo Ball jersey and nothing
I will
else.
wear I
Furry
will wear
Lonzo.
Alonzo. I will wear a Lonzo Ball jersey if he averages 15 efficiently. Okay, that means like above 50% shooting.
Okay, that's 50%. 50% is a little high. Let's
No,
say
50%
40.
shooting.
Let's
And he shoots better than 60% from the free throw line.
Then you'll buy a Lonzo Ball jersey.
I will buy 2 Lonzo Ball jerseys, wear both of them in a dedicated podcast episode praising how good Lonzo Ball is as a player.
Just because the title of the YouTube video is just we were wrong, period.
Yes, and I will title it "We Were Wrong." That's it. That's my bet here.
Let it be
That's my-
known.
Let it be known.
I'll look directly in the camera for this.
I will-
I will wear a furry suit. Lonzo Ball averages 15 points.
And he'll wear
true, he
the
has one. He
Lonzo
has
Ball
one.
jersey over the furry suit.
Over
You
the
have,
furry
to,
suit.
you have to. We all have to wear Lonzo Ball. Everyone on the stream has to wear Lonzo Ball jerseys.
I already own a Lonzo Ball jersey. I was a Lakers homer, dude.
No,
Like,
we have. You have to wear. You have to wear the Pelicans.
No, bro,
one.
you
have
gotta
to wear
get a
Pelicans one.
DH Gate $20 New Orleans
Pelicans
one, bro.
No, we have to go legit. We have to go stitched.
All right.
You guys want to buy those ugly ass
Lonzo Ball
Pelican
ones.
City jerseys or what?
It has to be the yes. It has to
Yes.
be the ugly. It has to be the ugly.
The Three Musketeers
City
jersey.
jerseys. Don't disrespect the Catholic Lafleur. Oh my God! Don't ever do that. But
I
that's
actually really
hyper-tel.
like my hot take is I actually really like those jerseys.
Oh my God!
That's why you were not on last episode.
That's why you were on last
I agree with that.
episode.
Well, no, I wasn't on last episode because I have an exam. I had an exam.
Oh,
Right
okay,
now
excuses.
I'm on, even though I have an exam and I should be
Excuses.
studying.
Excuses.
He's dedicated.
But I'm gonna put this out there, and you guys can also clip this. But we will wear an assortment of whatever they want. But if Lonzo Ball averages 15 efficiently, we will all wear Lonzo Ball jerseys stitched and appear on this pod saying we were wrong.
We
You
were
can
wrong
clip
about
this.
Lonzo Ball.
You guys can
We
clip
were
this if
wrong.
Lonzo breaks out. But
We
I
were
have zero faith in him. You know what, I'll even go like out on a limb here. I will 100% like go out and say that LaMelo Ball as a rookie will have a better statistical season than Lonzo Ball.
Is that even
will
like a hot
have-
take though? It's like Lonzo will not be touching the ball as much as
No,
LaMelo. Like
no,
I think that
I
easily.
I think LaMelo Ball's one season will statistically be better than what Lonzo Ball can conjure up in the next what he has now in the next 5 years.
It's like, as a Lakers fan, I love all my Lakers very dearly. Every single one of them is so. I could not be more happy when I saw Lonzo got traded and Kuzma, and that says a lot about Lonzo because I was happier that Kuzma didn't get traded.
To be fair, though, you did
you
lose
still rooting for
Brandon
my
Ingram.
boy Randall?
Oh,
I
my
will
God.
never respect Julius Randle in
You're
many
so
years of living.
foul.
Who?
We'll talk
fair.
about this in the future, but for all you guys who clipped it,
Julius
you know-
Randle is
I
you
got
mean
the clip. Don't worry, boys.
Julius Randle? You mean Trash Gal Siakam?
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
trash
God.
can. He's
Could you
trash
not
can
just clip
Siakam.
him?
Our producer has said we've slandered Lonzo Ball enough. We're
We
gonna
gotta
name this
go
video.
now.
We're gonna upload this on YouTube. We're gonna name it the Nephew Hours Roast James Harden, ESPN, and Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, this was only supposed to be ESPN and James Harden. We just
we went
Just
into
went
Lonzo
off
Ball.
on this random player for no reason.
I know, but
Lonzo,
for-
the funny thing is, Lonzo's not even that bad. Like he's not good.
No,
but he's not
I'm so
that
low on
bad.
him.
He's
No,
trying to
no.
start it, dude. Like,
No,
he's
shut up.
trying.
He's bad.
It's like,
No, shut up. He's
okay,
bad. No, shut up. He's bad. He's bad. Don't get me started again. He's bad.
He's bad.
Okay, I am so low on him. But for all of us here at Nephew Hours, thank you, Deuce, for joining us for the first time ever.
So formally outfitted as well, dude.
So formally
Of course,
outfitted.
bro. Go out for the debut, man.
If
First
he
time
does
sucks.
it, again, what a guy. Because
It's
we're all
because he
here
has to
just in
make up for
t-shirts
such
and
a trash
hoodies.
background.
We'll see,
It's
dude.
trash
This is really
That's
hot,
true.
bro. It's
That's true.
I'm fucking burning.
That's true. I know. Was it worth it? He died for the fashion. That's what it was.
It was worth it, bro. It
Thank
was
you,
worth it.
Gio, for coming on,
But,
being the sexiest man on the server.
But thank you guys from
That's
the bottom of our hearts for all the support. We actually got a bunch of new followers, so we're at 73 now. I think we're literally like 1 day away from getting a Twitch affiliate, so you guys can start donating. You guys can subscribe to us, donate to us.
We need a
If
special
you guys,
Lonzo Ball emote.
I know if we'll create a special Lonzo Ball emote if you guys do. But if you guys don't want to wait till we get affiliate and want to donate, let me know. I will send you my Venmo, and then I will divvy up whatever you give us to whoever was on the pod today.
Oh boy, 15 cents. Let's go.
All right, baby. But on top of that, again, we're on Instagram. Follow us there at Nephew Hours. We're gonna be on YouTube, so if you guys want to rewatch our memes, or screenshot, or kind of capture as proof. Yes, screenshot Deuce like looking spiffy.
I will say this now because I get the chance
course.
to. I sent in a photo into the group chat earlier, and you can probably rewatch the VOD. It's just me laughing for like 30 minutes muted because I couldn't handle the photo of Deuce.
It's so good. We'll send it to you guys. We'll post it too, and then if you guys want to record and clown us, do it. But again, we love the support and we love to thank you. I'm hungry. But good night.
Bye.
Thank you all for all you guys tune in. But good night, everybody. Thank you all. Much love. See you all. Maybe Friday. We'll see.